baby. We are streaming. And here are the news. Oh, here's the news, guys. ERIK Ten Hag, Josh's favorite, has been sacked as as the Man United manager. It was shocking, by the way, very shocking. No one saw this coming. Everyone, I read somewhere he had been given 4 more games. Somewhere saying 3 more games. And guess what? Ineos had had enough of it. They had our cries, regardless of the penalty decision that went south yesterday. Ten Hag had to be sacked. Josh, I know you don't take this news, I mean, this kind of news lightly. You're a Ten Hag man. You wanted him to stay. Yesterday, you were saying you don't mind him staying even until the end of the season because you were giving excuses because Arteta had been given 6 seasons. Ten Hag has not been backed. Well, here you are. Ten Hag has been sacked, Josh. Tell me what you think about the news, the shocking news.
Well, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that
It's not unfortunate.
United has lost ERIK Ten Hag because ERIK Ten Hag, I thought, would be the manager that helps shape the structure at United into something that we would be proud of at some point because he's responsible for bringing in a lot of young talent that he identified and backed them, and he managed to continue the ethos of Man United, which is playing academy graduates. So I
Yeah.
mean, he brought Kobe Maino through. He brought Alejandro Garnacho through. So I mean, it's a very sad day for some of us who adore the works of ERIK Ten Hag. Because for me, I do believe that ERIK Ten Hag, I'm very convinced that ERIK Ten Hag was going to turn this around. Because even when we are not producing as well as we should be, United is not that far behind. I mean, we on the table, you can say we are 14th or 13th, but when you look at it closely, our objective of fourth spot is only 7 points away. That means that is 2 games and a draw. So for me, in a league which is a marathon, I do think that you can be able to accumulate those points to that point. But thank you well, ERIK Ten Hag, Gods again. Yeah, we'll be with you.
Once again, thank you so much for tuning in Sports Jazz, Josh and Isaac. Ziad, I'm going to come to you. Ziad, you need to talk to Josh. I see he's saying, yeah. Josh, you had a phone call. You had the phone call from Ten Hag. Had you were crying? Yeah, Josh. I mean, you are saying that Ten Hag. You are saying the position currently that Man United is in is not worrying. Josh, let me read you
Yeah,
something.
it is not worrying.
Under Ten Hag, United has had more away losses than wins. Okay, I'm coming. 11 wins over the last 11 months in the Premier League, with only 11 points from 9 Premier League games this season. That is horrible, Josh. 4 wins in 14 games this season, 14th place in the Premier League, 21st in the Europa League standings, only one league in their last 11 European games. 1 win in our last 8 games. You know, and it goes on to say, let me see, only spent 86 minutes leading the games all season, Josh. I'm still coming, Josh. United have created 20, had created, in other words, right now, Manchester United have created 26 big chances in the Premier League so far this season, and they have missed 22 of them. How horrible can our finishing line be? How horrible can our strikers be? I mean, I hate to see managers go. I hate to see managers sacked, but I mean, we are seated in the 14th position in the EPL. He has been fully backed. So far, spent 616 million pounds, Josh, as the manager. He is, of course, he has received his own players, players that have turned out to be mid, players like Anthony, players like I don't want to judge Rasmus very fast. Let's give him another season and see. But we've had scenarios, players like Malasia, who's been off, injured, the whole season. So just you cannot tell me, having backed by the Glazers, by even Ineos with over 660 million pounds, that is beyond past a billion, Josh, half a billion. Sorry, you still can't. I mean, you can't tell me you're still contented that Ten Hag is the right man for Man United. I don't know why you would have so much faith in a man who has even failed to pick his own starting 11. I personally have been rooting for him to be sacked. And I'm very happy that they didn't wait for another game. They didn't wait for us to lose another game for him to be sacked. Josh?
Congratulations, congratulations to you. You got your wish. But for me, first of all, I'm a Man United fan. I'm
I
not
am. I am, Josh.
Eric. I'm not a Eric Ten Hag fan. So whatever is good for the club, I am for
Mm,
it. I just personally thought that the season is not beyond us. Things are not as bad as the media makes them appear to be, because for all the things that you speak of, when you critically analyze the stuff that you just said about the games that we've lost, Eric Ten Hag has played 85 matches, okay, in
okay.
his reign at United, and he has lost 14 games. He has won 44 of those games. But you look at the period under which he was managing Man United, what was happening at the club, what things were there at the club at the time. Was it a
Josh,
very attractive place to be?
I think that is not
So,
a
I
good
mean,
excuse, Josh.
no,
I
you
know you're
see,
a Ten Hag man,
you
but
keep
it's not a
saying
good excuse
excuse.
because I would
You
argue,
keep saying
I would say the
excuse.
same thing about
You
Enzo
keep
Maresca.
you
Enzo
keep
Maresca
saying
has walked into
excuse.
a team that has been messed up from the owners, the players, and look what he's already doing, Josh.
You
Look
keep
at what
saying the word
he's done a
excuse,
great
but
job.
I don't understand what you mean by the word excuse, because for me, I am only stating the things that are factual, and they've happened at the club. If you pay any attention to Man United and where we were when Ralph Ragnick left the club, you would know that actually these things were necessary to be done. And step by step, I commend Eric Ten Hag for the good work that he has done during his reign at the club, because he put out so many fires, and maybe introduced a proper culture at the club.
What
Things
culture,
didn't
Josh?
go the culture you see, you cannot know
Yeah, you
everything
just
right
love
now
Ten
until
Hag.
you cannot know everything right now until you pay attention to the small details that United was and United is. For me, I saw huge progress this season. I mean, I accepted at the start of the season, yes, I did. I accepted at the start of the season that United was not going to be that side that was going to win the title, but it would be good enough for a top four finish. And this is because I looked at the squad and I looked at the players that we did have. And for me, our front three alone was never going to make us a title contender. So for me, I was content with that. And um, we are so far behind in the league. You would think, because of the position we are on the log, but we are only 7 points away from our top four. And thanks to Michael Oliver and English press, they've done a wonderful job trying to get
No,
Eric
Josh.
Ten Hag
Jo-
sacked.
No, 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 no,
Congratulations to
Josh.
them.
No,
They've
Josh. No,
managed.
Josh.
They've done it.
Man United is not the first team to have a decision go south. A refereeing decision go south, Josh. It's not fair
You see,
for you to.
you're
You're
saying a
climbing on
refereeing
straws, Josh.
you're saying a refereeing decision, but I'm talking about someone breaking the rules to make ends meet, because Michael Oliver broke every rule there is about the VAR, just to ensure that Eric Ten
So are
Hag
you
gets
blaming?
stuck.
Are you blaming right now, Mike Oliver?
No, I'm just congratulating him for the good job that he did. He's
It's not
gotten his
good,
way.
Josh.
Yeah, he's
What?
gotten his way, and his sponsors and backers must be really happy with him, because at the end of the day, they've gotten the decision that they wanted. But moving forward, Eric Ten Hag is gone. Thank you, well, Eric Ten Hag. But Ruud van Nistelrooy is here, and good thing is Ruud van Nistelrooy is also Dutch. Ruud van Nistelrooy was the assistant manager who was brought in, chosen by ERIK Ten Hag. He's had some experience managing a first team football. So on the interim basis, actually for me, I wouldn't even want Ruud van Nistelrooy to be interim basis. Just give him the job permanently.
No, that is wrong. Birds of a feather. That is wrong. He can be interim, but he needs to go like yesterday. He needs to go. He's been feeding on the same notes. What exceptional thing is he going to do that he had failed to implement under Ten Hag? Unless you're saying Ten Hag was overriding him, being the rather the overall boss. But I also agree with I do not agree with Van Nistelrooy staying interim. He can stay rather staying taking over the job full time. He can stay interim maybe for the next 1 or 2 matches because we have a game midweek. Then is it EFL? Then we also have a game over the weekend. We've seen people. There's been rumors of managers like Omorim. There are also rumors of that Berada did travel to Spain 2 days ago to go meet Xavi Hernandez, although he's not my favorite coach. There's been rumors of Ziad has been saying here in the comment section, Thomas Frank. Of course, you have also mentioned Amorim. No, Thomas Frank is not my candidate. Ziad, you see how Josh is laughing about Thomas Frank. I
Ziad,
personally,
you can
Julian
imagine,
Nagelsmann.
you can
I would prefer
imagine
Julian
that.
Nagelsmann.
Yeah, but you can imagine ERIK Ten Hag gets sacked, okay? So you get your wish. That's what you wanted. Then
Okay.
you bring in a guy like Thomas Frank. I mean, who maybe performs very well, but he builds his teams around set pieces and corner kicks and things like that. And United will be winning games in that manner. So maybe it will be a good thing for as long as United is winning. I mean, maybe it was foolhardy for United to ever think that they needed a culture because they didn't have a culture anyway. So winning games is much better than creating a conducive environment for you to be able to win.
Sorry. My mic was off. Josh, you don't have to be salty just because you're not happy that Ten Hag has
I'm
been
not
sacked.
salty. I'm
He
not
wasn't
salty.
doing the job, Josh.
What
I
job?
just
What
read you
job?
some facts.
No, but
We
I'm
are
telling
seated
you.
currently in the
I'm
14th
telling you.
position, Josh. That is
Yes,
not good.
I'm
That is
telling
not
you.
Man United standards.
Yeah, what is Man United standards? Do we have standards anyway? Or
Of
someone that
course,
you brought in? Or ERIK Ten Hag was trying to make sure that the club returns to a place that it has standards. Did we
when
have
Ten Hag was
standards
hired,
anyway?
one of the statements that took over was he said reigns come to an end. Something like, what did he say? Something like
He
all eras come to an
he
end.
likes them both, but eras come to
All
an end.
eras come to an end. Something like that.
Yes.
Well, look, I mean, of all managers that he were, because I know he was asked about Liverpool, Arsenal,
No, Klopp
City's
and Guardiola.
dominancy,
He was talking about
City's
Klopp and
dominance.
Guardiola.
Okay, well, Klopp resigned
But you
peacefully and he had
see,
performed well. Look at Guardiola. He found him. He has left him, and he's still
yeah,
doing good.
but
He's still winning
so
cups, or rather, he's still winning
what
trophies.
is wrong with the statement that he made?
It
Eras
has come
come
back
to
to
an
bite
end.
him.
Just like Jurgen Klopp called curtains
No,
on
no, no, no.
his
Context,
team
Josh. He
at
said that when
Liverpool.
he was being told about the dominance of Liverpool and Man
Yes,
City in the EPL,
yes.
and he was responding, trying to say, very soon they are also going to come down. Other teams are going to take over. And he
Come
was
on. I
specific. He was
mean,
talking about Man United.
exactly. And United won 2 trophies
Well,
under
they
him in two
did.
seasons. United
What?
won 2 trophies under him in 2 seasons.
Josh, please don't say that.
In a
What
very
trophies were those?
turbulent
Mourinho won also two
period.
seasons, rather two trophies, Josh. Even one
Yes, and
trophy, an
it was
European
still
trophy.
wrong. It was still wrong for him to have been sacked in the manner that he did. But at the time,
Actually, Ten Hag should have been
I
sacked right
did
after the
understand
FA last
because the
season.
people who were around at the club were no good.
Ten Hag
But
should have been sacked last
for
season,
me,
right after the FA final, after beating Man City. The same thing
why?
they did to Louis
Why?
van Gaal.
Because some
The
Chelsea
signs were
journalists
there, Josh. The
because some
signs were.
Chelsea
It was
journalists
written
wrote
in
an
the stars,
article and
Josh.
said
It was written in the
he
stars.
should be fired.
He's not a man. He's no. It has proved, Josh, with overtime. At least me, I agree. Namato says Josh, sorry for your loss, man.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take
No,
it.
but Josh, I do not
But I
agree with
remain
you
a
if you
Man
say
United fan, and I
I.
welcome any manager that is a Man United manager. I will back him 100%. Thomas Frank, Graham Potter, Gary Neville, Gareth Southgate, any rubbish they bring, I will just back the manager until the club maybe the sacks him or the club wins games. I mean, I will
No,
just back whoever is brought
no,
in,
Josh. This is you
because
being salty. It's
for
not
me
fair
that
for
is
you to
what
say all
I
that.
no, I believe that a manager should actually have some time. The club should have stability. The club should have stability. So I don't really mind. So for United fans who are really happy that Eric Ten Hag has left the club, I hope we turn the tide and we find a better manager, or a manager who can win us games. I don't believe personally that we were in a dire state. Yes, the telltale signs were there that maybe this was too big. A mountain to climb, because much as we did the things that we did on the pitch and had some good spells in games, we could not win. And football is a no, result oriented sport. You have to win your games, you have to win matches, you have to find a way to win games, and we failed to do that. We could not string a few good results together. So
Not
in
a
the
few.
end, the manager is always going to get the stick for that, because the buck always stops with the manager. But it's sad to see Eric Ten Hag go, but maybe he had gotten the most. We had gotten the most out of him as a manager at Man United. I hope that whoever
We're
comes in
on track.
carries on and does
We're
not
on track to
change
finish
too much.
between 10th and 15th, or maybe even 16th, if we had stayed with the Ten Hag. And again, I'm also not happy that
You
it's
will never know. You will never know. Maybe he would have won the title.
what, Josh? What do you mean? He
Yeah.
would have
So
won the title.
yeah, what is good for the geese, it
I don't.
should be good for
Josh,
the
Josh,
gander.
please
If you do
try to
believe
make me
that maybe
understand.
he would have been
Why do
relegated,
you
then
believe?
you should also believe that he could have won the
No,
title.
Josh. No, Josh. Try to make me understand, please, and everyone who's watching.
Yes.
Why do you have so much faith in Ten Hag, even after everything that you've seen, Josh? We are seated in.
Because for
We have
me,
one of
he
the
was
worst European runs. Uh, we've not won many
the
games.
worst, the
Old
worst
Trafford.
European, the worst European run in comparison to what? The
This
heydays at
season.
United.
No,
Yes,
Josh.
in
Forget about the
comparison
other.
to
We are talking
whom?
about. We are talking currently, Josh.
Yes, in comparison to whom?
In comparison to other managers that were there.
The-
Okay, okay. In comparison to Mourinho, if I can give, because I know he stayed. Ralph was interim, so we're not going to talk so much about him. But Josh, you cannot tell me you're happy again with United seated in the 14th position, having only 11 wins in 11 months. In 11 months, meaning every month we've been only winning one game, Josh. That is very
did we
poor.
play?
In
Did
the
we?
Premier League, in
Did
the
we
Premier
play
League, I'm talking about
football?
the Premier League. I'm talking
Have
about
we
the Premier
played
League, Josh.
football for 11 months?
No, Josh, you're going around the corner. You're
No,
going
I'm not
around the
going
corner.
around the
Oh,
corner. But personally, like Eric Ten Hag said that he ignores to assess the game against Spurs. I ignore to assess last season,
that was
because
silly of him to say, by the way.
the stats that you carry on from a season that
And you're
United
still giving
was.
us stats that Ten Hag has won two trophies. You still remind us when he
Yeah, but
finished second.
because
That is
trophies
also last
count.
season.
Trophies count.
Josh, I don't know
How he
what you
was.
see.
So for you, you believe that Eric Ten Hag would be relegated this season if United would be relegated this season if Eric Ten Hag stayed. But
No, 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 no. I
last
didn't say that.
season,
I don't
last
believe that.
season,
But I believe
last
we're going
season
to
when
finish below the 10th position.
okay, below
100%.
what's
The
it?
signs
What
were there,
position?
Josh.
What position did we finish last season?
Six?
How did we even manage that with all the problems that we had?
What do you mean? How did we manage that with all the
Because
problems that
Erik
we
Ten
have?
Hag was the manager at the club, and he knew that the club needs to play in Europe, and he must win an FA Cup final. So he won the final, and we went to Europe.
We actually finished eighth. Sorry,
Yes,
eighth.
but
Do you see the deterioration? Do you see
yeah,
the
we did.
deterioration? How bad it has been. So you cannot tell me that you're very happy as a Man United fan. You're happy with Ten Hag's progress, yet it's been so awful. I understand you mentioned about and congratulated. Of course, we are being sarcastic about Mike Oliver yesterday's decision, but away from that all, I mean, to a certain point, I'm even maybe happy that has happened. Players failed to convert chances. I just told you we had 26 chances. We have 26 chances created this season, and out of 26, Josh, 22 have been missed. 22, sorry, 22 what? 22 chances have been misplaced. The striking line, I'm not so certain about Rasmus and Joshua Zaxi. I'm being honest. I've said it and I'll say it again. I don't believe any of those players can give you 15 goals in the Premier League. Overall, maybe they can, but 15 goals in the Premier League, each of the players, Rasmus to give you uh, 15 goals, Joshua Zaxi to give you 15 goals in the Premier League. I don't see that happening, Josh, and it's not right.
I don't.
And
I
I'm very
don't.
happy. I'm very,
I,
very happy that Ten Hag has been sacked. Yeah,
congratulations.
Nick, I feel sorry for Ten Hag, but sacking comes at the right time after winning just one in in the last 8 games. We have someone who's speaking our language, Josh. Nick, well, it looks like uh, sorry, Josh is saying otherwise. He says Ten Hag should have stayed. Can you imagine? He's happy with Ten Hag staying. He's happy with the. I don't know whether he's also happy with the position that we've been in, something that I'm not happy with. And I mean, I'm not sulking. I'm just happy that this has been done. It's out of the way. But I'm just worried how long Ruud van Nistelrooy, of course, he's a Man United legend, is going to be interim manager. I
So
hope
you
they
don't want him
expedite the
either.
process.
You don't want him
Who?
either.
Ruud van Nistelrooy?
Yes.
Birds of a feather. No, Josh, I don't want him. Let's get something new. What is he going to
Yeah.
do that Ten Hag has not been doing?
I hope
He's been getting the same notes from Ten Hag.
I hope you get your wish. But like I told you, I'm a Man United fan. Whether you bring
I'm
in
also a Man United fan to
Thomas
the bone,
Frank
Josh.
or Graham Potter or the Southgates of this world, I will be behind them. I will continue to watch the games. I will enjoy the games. I will analyze what they bring to the team. But I know that we really missed a good manager in Erik Ten Hag.
But no, 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 no.
Yeah, we did. I know. I know. There's so
Because,
many things. I do.
many
I'm
things have
very
gone wrong,
convinced we would
Josh.
have finished fourth this season.
Where
We're
do you
just
get the
seven
balls
points
to
away.
even say that?
We're just 7 points away from
From the
fourth spot.
from what makes you think you are not
From,
going to?
from
You have
Aston
Chelsea,
Villa
Josh.
and
You,
Arsenal.
you have wait. You have Chelsea coming through.
Yeah, so
They are going to wash you.
well, let's wait. Erik Ten Hag is not
Because
there, but I wish we win that game so you can come back and tell me that you see if Erik Ten Hag was there, we would have lost.
Nick said it's Eric Edin Tazik is available. He took Dortmund to UCL to the Champions League final. Josh,
You see, Fadley, the thing is, when you're managing at any of those smaller teams, the Dortmunds of this world, you can be able to put your thoughts across. But a guy like Edin Terzic comes to a club as big as Man United, and he says one or two things the media do not like. They will berate him for the period that he will be at the club, and if he does not have a thick skin, I don't think that he'll be able to manage. But
yeah,
yeah,
Ruud
there are very
Vinicius
many good
versus
managers. I mean, when they are outside Old Trafford, when they are outside United, they are good managers. They have a good reputation. I am telling you that if Erik Ten Hag had not been hired by Man United, he would be the first name on that list of managers that we would be pursuing. But he's the guy who got the sack. It's very sad for him.
There is no
But
excuses
United is
for
still
Ten
here.
Hag.
I hope that
There's no
we
ex-
get the right man in, because I do believe that Ineos, because they structured themselves very well with football people in finding a right sporting director, a right recruitment director, and all those people they did get in. I do believe that they will work tirelessly to bring the right man in for the job. But I prefer a guy that is going to come in and he's given some time, so he can continue the good work that ERIK ten Hag was doing of changing the culture and raising the standards of Man United as a football club, not just only the product on the pitch.
Nick says if someone can take Dortmund to Champions League final, he must be a brilliant manager.
I agree with you, Nick. I mean, the he he is a very good manager. Okay, don't get me wrong, but what I'm just saying, the animal that United is, I mean, it just keeps swallowing up the best, so it can just swallow up easily even a guy as good as Edin Terzic, who had taken Dortmund to a Champions League final. So I mean, you really have to have a thick skin. But we've done it all. We've tried the reputable managers and failed. So for me, I would have no problem backing Ruud van Nistelrooy on a permanent basis.
Well, Taji says very sad day. Ten Hag in.
Yeah, it's very sad. It's very sad, Taji. But you know,
It's
we
not
we
sad. No,
we
Taji,
did.
it's not a sad day. It's not a sad day. It's a sad day for Josh, not us, not me, not me.
He didn't qualify to the round of 16 of the Champions League. Yes, he did not. And that makes for good reading if you were not there at the time to see whatever was happening at the club. Because at some point, the guy he has been a Man United manager without a left back for 2 years.
And
I
whose
mean,
problem
these
is
are
it,
things
Josh?
you see. It's easy for you to point fingers and you say that
No,
the
no, Josh.
manager
Whose problem is
should do
we had
better.
the
But
transfer window. He knew Malasia was injured. He knew Luke Shaw was from the Euros, and he was not yet fully fit. Who's He's not even playing this kid that we have.
Isaac, you should know that these are not decisions that are made by yourself. These are decisions that are made after getting enough information on the situation of the players who are injured, and
But no, no, no. But Josh, you cannot tell me Ten Hag failed to get
even before
a
you make
player.
an
He
investment,
failed to point
even
out a
before you make
player,
an
a
investment,
left back
you
to
should
come
actually
play.
know. Even before you make an investment, you should actually know what is at stake. I mean, which players are available and what is the stock
Are
those
you trying to
players
say,
carry
Josh,
with
that
them.
that
So we had
earlier
just
in the
gotten a
transfer
player.
window?
We had
Are you
just
trying to say
gotten a
earlier in the
player.
transfer window we would have failed to get a left back after he knew Malasia was off? He's injured. We have toilet paper bones. Look, show. I mean, he put in an effort to have Ugarte in. He put in an effort to have we've seen Rasmus in. He put in an effort to have Joshua Zaxi in. He put in an effort to have Lenny Euro. Although 50% was too much of Ineos when it comes to Lenny Euro. But still they presented the names to ERIK Ten Hag, and he ticked. He was okay.
How much
But you
was
cannot tell
Terrell
me
Malacia
he
bought
did.
for?
You cannot tell me, Josh. You cannot tell me we didn't have, rather, we've not had a left back in a very long time. Yet there is a manager. He has people who help him, people who can always tell him his coaching staff who are ready to tell him, you know what, we are missing in this department. We are missing in this department. And I believe if he had raised such issues to his bosses, to Bereda, to Dan Ashworth, and I do believe they were maybe they even asked him. I'm just saying maybe, and he told them he's contented. After all, he has Dallo, he's there. Mazzarari can play as a left back and as a right back. He comes in, but the club not giving him a left back, that is not their problem. That is ERIK Ten Hag's problem. He could have said something, and I believe he didn't say something because he thought he was contented with the people that he has.
Yeah, but my point though is when you have a player like Tyrell Malacia that you bought to come and be backup for Luke Shaw, and then the both of them injured, then midway the season, when you're going to get another left back, you are advised by the medical team that actually these players will be available by the start of the season. You see no reason as to why you would be going to make an investment when you just made an investment in Terrell Malacia. I mean, the investment that was made in Terrell Malacia is just maybe 1 year old. He's not even played football for a whole season. So the club does not see itself in uh, replacing, getting another left back. So they have three left backs on their books when they have also kids like Harry Yamas who are banging through the door.
Josh, so do you? So in other words, you blame. Let me first go through the comments very soon. Hi Nelson. Nelson, what's yeah Nelson? I'm happy Ten Hag has been sacked. I'm very very happy. Josh though is putting up a defense. He says otherwise. Paul says firing Ten Hag was a fake decision. How is it a fake decision, Paul? How is it? How is it a fake? I think he's a Man United. Sorry, he's either a City fan, a Liverpool fan, or maybe it could be even Barcelona, thinking they are going to land on Man United. Anyway, the whole
Yeah,
point
Isaac
is
is happy,
anyone
man.
that
He's
says
so
they
happy.
are said that Eric Ten Hag has been sacked is not a true Man United, or does not wish Man United anything good. Nelson says Isaac must be the happiest person. I am the happiest person right now, Nelson. I am the happiest. You see, it's written all over my face.
Yeah, congratulations to you.
And Nick said, Pep, of course, that cannot happen. That cannot
Why
happen.
can't it
Scott,
happen? Why do you keep saying these things that
Scott
can't
Stephenson
happen?
says, no, Stephenson says otherwise, Josh, in the comment section, because you are giving a lot of praise to Malasia. But
No, yeah, no, let him say. I don't know what he had said.
no, he's not happy. He said, no, don't say anything uh, I mean, Malasia, because Josh, honestly, you cannot blame the club for not, or rather, you cannot say Ten Hag operated without a left back for a very long time. It's
Did
not
you
their
hear
problem,
me
Josh.
though?
He's
Did
been
you hear me
backed.
though?
Present your case again, Josh. Maybe I didn't hear you well.
Okay, let me just try to be clear. You're at Man United, okay?
Yeah,
You
Malasia is
bought
like 4 years ago.
no, 2 years ago, Malasia came with ERIK TEN
No, I
HAG.
think I know he's trying to he's trying to show you his.
But nonetheless, Luke Shaw got injured and Malasia got injured in
And he was
January
aware.
when he wished to bring in a fullback. He was advised that the players would be available very soon. They were not available. They ended up not playing the whole season. And this season, that's why we forced our way into getting Mazraoui to cover the position at right back. But you should also know the businesses that we did as United, because the business we did, yeah, we did a very good business, but we had to let go of players, and not many players were marketable. So we ended up getting rid of players like Wan Bissaka, who are more marketable, and you have to replace the player that you've let go. Now, when you replace the player that you've let go, you must be clever and you find solutions. That's why you go and get Mazraoui so Dalo can play as left back. But you know that Mazraoui also has the capability to help you in those situations as you wait for the word that you were given to by your medical team that for during the season at some point Terrell Malacia will be back and you will have a left back, so you cannot make that investment, so you push. Remember, Man United did an open heart surgery, but it's not even halfway there. We
No, it's
had
not
to
yet.
get in so many
That I
players
agree
at the
with you.
same time. So if you had clever ways to if you had clever ways to find a solution for um, a left back, then you would go for those clever ways, because you don't have the money to buy another left back. Two, you cannot afford to make another investment in the same position that has two players in waiting.
So you'd rather prefer to leave it unbacked. In other words, you prefer. In other words, you're saying it was the right decision for Ten Hag not to sign a left back because
It
after all, we had
it is
Dalo.
the club. It is the club. You cannot tell me that Dan
No, I
Ashworth,
don't think it's
Jason
the club.
Wilcox, Omar Berada, Sir Dave Brailsford, all all that stupid. I mean, they couldn't see it, as in a fan far away can see it, that we needed that player, that we needed to cover that space. But all these people who are brought in to improve the product on the pitch cannot see it. I mean, it maybe economically it was not making the best sense to the board, so they could not sanction another transfer for a left back. But it is easy for pundits and English media to throw it on ERIK ten Hag like they usually do. So I don't know who is the next in line at Man United to get a stick from the English media. I hope that Edin Terzic does not kill his career by opting to join Man United anytime soon.
Anyway, Josh, I see Paul saying, Isaac, what next? Because we've seen the cycle. This cycle. Where are the new ones? The new ones. Where are the new ones that are going to come in, win about 10 games, and go down the road? I think it's trying to say where are new ones win about 10 games. I think it's saying
As
maybe
in,
other
you've seen
managers.
this cycle before, where a new
Okay.
manager comes, wins about
Oh,
10
oh,
games
10
and
games. Then we go
stuff like
down.
that. Then, before you know it, I mean, we are back to square one. We're back where we were before. I just hope, for me personally, like I told you, United finds a better manager than ERIK ten Hag, which is going to be very difficult for them to do. But even if they get a mediocre manager, I hope that he just has what it takes to win football games. So, I mean, everyone at the club can be contented that they can win, they can get good results.
You know,
I hope
Josh,
that he can take us to Europe.
Josh, let me ask you,
Because
what do you think went wrong?
ERIK ten Hag, you're questioning ERIK ten Hag for not finishing top
No,
four after 8 games.
no, Josh, no. I'm questioning Eric Ten Hag. How many games have we played just this season? Nine
I think
or
8.
10?
I
No,
think
not
8.
eight. Nine. They
I'm
should
not
be
sure.
nine.
I'm not sure. 8 or
But Josh,
9.
you cannot tell me out of all those games we
Yes.
have only those games, rather those points, Josh. It's
We're
awful.
7. We are 7 points
It's
away.
awful, Josh. It
We are
doesn't matter. We are
7 points.
seated in the
Okay.
14th position.
Now let me
We've
read on
played
you. Let
nine
me read on
games.
you.
Out
Let
of
me
nine
read on
games,
you.
we have 11. Out of nine games, we have only 11 points. That is awful, Josh.
Let me read
It
on
is
you.
very awful.
And guess what? We are only 7 points away from top 4. Our objective starting this
I'm not
season.
looking at top four. Man United should always aim
You're
for the best. We should be in the competitors for the trophy, not top four.
Yeah, but the things you see, unless you are not aware of your surroundings, but if you're well versed with your surroundings, you will definitely know that that is going to be impossible for you to achieve, because the club that you are, you keep comparing United to ERIK ten Hag to Enzo Maresca, like Enzo
Yeah,
Maresca
just
came to
because you always
Chelsea.
bring up the excuse that it's because you compare him to Arsenal,
I don't
rather
like that word.
Arteta.
I don't like that word
Arteta has been given.
excuse.
No, Josh, it's
I
an
don't like
excuse
that
because
word
you always say
excuse.
Arteta has been given 6 seasons or 5 seasons to prove himself,
Yes,
and
and
I'm
see where
saying
he is.
Enzo
He has
Maresca,
won nothing.
Anslot, it's in their first
Ateta has
season.
won nothing.
Okay, I'm
Nothing.
not. No, Josh,
Community
but there's
Shield.
improvement
Oh, and an
every
FA Cup
season.
that
Every
which
season that
improvement?
goes by, Josh, there's improvement.
With
They climb.
improvement is finishing second.
No, well, which position did you finish, Josh? Eighth
Why are
last
you
season.
biting your lips now?
No, listen, Josh. I'm not okay, right now, Josh. Are you saying Man United? If it wasn't for the trophy, by the way, last season, it was going to be an awful season for Man United.
If
They
you
were
see,
going in the Conference League. That's
if
why majority.
if
I personally think he should have been sacked right after the FA Cup final against Man City.
you got your
And right
wish,
now, do I
you
think
got your
Arteta is a
wish,
better
and
manager than Ten
Southgate,
Hag? Yes, he's a better manager than Ten Hag. He's doing
after
good.
six
He's doing
seasons,
right.
he cannot
Well,
be.
he's
What has he won? What has he achieved?
just he's there.
Eric
He's
Ten Hag
almost
has
there.
over Eric Ten Hag has over 6 trophies in 8 seasons.
Uh, no,
Mikel
Josh.
Arteta
Now
has
you're bringing history.
positions.
You're bringing history.
No,
You say we shouldn't
no.
bring history.
Okay, what are the parameters that you use to choose who is better than who? What
Where,
parameters do you use? If you're talking about a
currently,
football manager, if you're talking about a football manager, what parameters do you use to adjudicate that this one is better than the other?
of course, Josh. First
League
things first.
positions?
No, outstanding. First things first. Trophies, Josh. Winning trophies.
League
Josh.
positions?
Right now, Paul, I'm going to come to you. Right now, Josh. Of course, it's trophies, but right now, Josh, as we speak, right now, Unai Emery is a better manager. He's doing so good.
What does that mean?
Arteta, Josh, you ask
What does
Arteta
that
is way
mean?
off. Arteta is way a better
What
manager.
does
I mean,
that
look at where
mean?
we're seated. What
What
do you
does
mean? What
that
does that
mean?
mean?
So, what does that mean? Is a better manager because he's in second position after
Josh,
10
he took
games?
his. When was the last time Aston Villa went to UCL? After how
No,
many years? He
bro,
comes back. Oh, by the
bro.
way, Josh, his first season. You're talking about seasons. His first
You
season, he takes Aston Villa to the Champions League. I mean, before Erik Ten Hag joined Man United, if you were to compare Unai and Erik Ten Hag, of course, anyone would take Erik Ten Hag. But you've seen he has done the undoable. I'm talking about Unai. He comes in, Emery comes in, takes Aston Villa after very many years to the UCL, finishes in top four. And currently, even right now, as we speak, you drew. It was a 0-0 game. Maybe I didn't go so well. I'm not saying that they played so better than us. But again, see the
why
position,
did
Josh. And he keeps
bro,
on winning. He's showing.
bro, you're
Oh my
lost
God.
there, man. You're lost. I mean, Unai Emery is a very decent manager. He's won trophies. I
He's a
mean,
decent manager.
he's a guy you
He's
can bring in an argument. He's a guy you can bring in an argument, but don't
before
bring for
Ten
me
Hag
Mikel
joined.
Arteta. Don't bring for
What?
me Mikel Arteta in an argument over great managers because I mean,
Madia, I
apart
see you in
from
the comment section. Josh is trying to rubbish
apart
Mikel
from picking
Arteta.
places, no, apart from
Madia,
picking places, until you win something, then that's when you can be brought into a conversation of a good, a great manager. But for I can commend the work that he has done at Arsenal. Maybe if Arsenal is not interested in winning trophies and they are more interested in league positions, then he's the best they can have.
you're mean. Madia, you see what Josh is? He's throwing stones at you. Paul says either give me three United players that can start in the top four club right now. Be Liverpool, Arsenal, City. Well, it's very sad. It's very sad with a fainted heart. Okay, I say that we currently have no player, and who's to blame? Rather, why? I actually think under Eric Ten Hag, Bruno Fernandes' form has deepened. Not even form, the whole thing. I mean, I can tell you, Josh, if Pep got Guardiola, if Guardiola got Bruno Fernandes right now, he's going to win you the Balon d'Or. Anyway, let's
Yeah,
go.
if wishes were horses, beggars would ride. I mean, the things that you keep saying, if, I do not understand because if
I'm
you
just a
know
happy
where
man
United was,
that Ten
I,
Hag
I
has been
just wanted
sacked.
to paint you a picture of where United was and where United is right now today under
Okay,
Eric Ten Hag. I also wanted to tell you about the improvement that Eric Ten Hag has made at United this season as compared to last season in the very few games that we've played.
just in 2 minutes.
Because you said that we played uh, 26 games. You
Sorry.
won 22.
No, I'm saying we've created
Oh, we've
26
created. You
chances
said you created 26 chances. Yeah. You look
and
at
missed
our.
22 of those.
Yes,
Missed
exactly.
22.
Exactly. So I mean, Eric Ten Hag should wear he should wear like a jersey under
Oh
his
my God.
garments on match day and get him
Unbelievable.
to score goals.
Josh, we
The
missed. It
players,
doesn't
the
help if
players,
we missed.
yeah. So the
It doesn't
players should.
count.
The players
It doesn't
cannot
count.
take
That's why we're very,
responsibility.
very low. That's what we're doing bad in the Premier League. Those chances missed do not count. You saw the game just yesterday. We were streaming live. You were, of course, where Garnacho was wasting. This was wasting. This was, and in the first half, I told you, you see all these chances we're wasting. We are failing to convert all these chances. Which team were we playing yesterday? They are going to come get us and they're going to score. And just what happened yesterday? West Ham has had a very, very poor season. Very poor season. They've lost to Spurs, they've lost to Chelsea, they've lost to City, they've lost to almost every team. and they come to Man United and beat us. And
Yeah,
forget
but
about even no,
the
forget
team
about the
was
decision.
the
Forget
team
about
was resilient.
forget about the
Why do you
referee
forget
controversial
about it?
decision, Josh.
Why do you
No, I'm
forget
just saying.
about it?
No, just
Why?
forget
Why?
about
You
it.
cannot just say,
This,
why would you
they
forget
scored
about
first
it? And we were resilient enough to come back into the game. Then Michael
after
Oliver
going
must
one
have
nil.
gotten
After going one
Michael
goal
Oliver
down.
must have gotten a phone call from his media friends and said, this is it. I mean, you must break all the rules for the VAR. It doesn't matter. I mean, United must consider penalty. Because if
Just
you're talking about a clear and obvious error, the reason for which the VAR intervenes, how is that a clear and obvious error?
I was trying to get you something, but I don't see it.
It was just bullshit, yo.
No, it wasn't bullshit, Josh. It wasn't bull. It's very sad that this explains that United is not a top team. The only top teams, or rather currently that I'll call top teams, all whooped West Ham. Spurs 4-1. Liverpool 5-1. Chelsea 3-0. Man City 3-1.
This is what
I
you
don't know why
failed
we.
to this is what you failed to understand. You failed to understand and accept that Man United at the place that it is right now, it is not the place that the clubs that are above you are. I mean, we must build whatever we build. We must suffer before we
How long should we suffer,
enjoy
Josh?
until the project is proper. Because I mean, the people that you're saying that how long should we suffer, it's just 10 games into the season or 9 games into the season. I mean, it's not that bad when you look at the Europa League. I mean, do you really believe in your mind that United cannot make the 24 teams to qualify for the next round?
And why would
Do
we
you
even be
believe it?
saying that, Josh? Why would under Eric Ten Hag? Yes,
Because
under
the
Eric Ten
this
Hag, yes.
because the stage at which United is as a football club, it's building. The momentum will come,
How
even
long,
with
Josh?
Eric Ten Hag.
When? That's what I was saying yesterday. You've been
Okay.
saying this, and we've been deteriorating in terms of position, Josh. We've been
So
going down. We've been
you
going
know,
down. We've been going down.
unfortunately for
When the
me, unfortunate.
yesterday you said even if we're to finish 20th, you would still keep Ten Hag
No,
at
I
the
didn't
club.
say that. You said that. I just said yes. You said whatever you said. I just said yes. Anyhow, the thing is, I don't understand why you fail to accept that United is in a period of finding ourselves again.
No, Josh, it's
We've
been
just had
no,
a
no, no,
new
no, no, Josh.
structure.
We've
We've
been
just had
under
a
that
so
period.
the
We've been
manager.
under that. We've been under that
Anyhow,
period under Mourinho.
anyhow,
We've
who
had
are we? Who are we?
Louis van
Who
Gaal.
are we?
We've had
United.
David Moyes,
No,
Ralph.
no.
Man,
United has never been deliberate about
Ole.
improving the product on the pitch. This is the first time that United has made a deliberate effort to improve the product on the pitch, and that was with Ineos taking a stake in the management of the affairs of the club in terms of the football. So they got all these people in, and you started to feel that maybe we've turned the corner here. This is where we are actually going to start to do things differently. And for me, Eric Ten Hag, I actually assess him for the period that Ineos has been around, and I can see the improvement of Man United as opposed to how we played before, because there's so many things that are good about this United side. Yes, the manager can maybe push the club, push the players a little more to take much more responsibility and be more clinical. But almost all the games that we've played, we've created more than our opponents. We've had more possession than our opponents. There are situations that we've put
Josh,
ourselves
please
in
don't
to
say that.
actually
Please
win
don't say that.
win
Possession doesn't win you
football
games.
games.
Possession doesn't win you trophies. Possession doesn't take you into top four. There's, please don't talk about the
But I thought Ateta is good.
please.
I
Well,
thought
look at his
that
position. Look at his position, Josh. Look at his position where he finished last season. Real quick, Josh, let's first go into the comment section. Madia says, I feel sorry for Ten Hag. It's like my daddy is the one. It's like my daddy is the one who has been sacked. Come, Madia. Touch sister, Madia.
Yeah, yeah, Madi, I feel for you too, man.
Ten Hag, first season, he also took Man United to the Champions League. Unai also took Aston Villa to the Champions League after very many years, Madia. After very many years. Paul says Ten Hag season firing Ten Hag is not the solution because the squad is far below. And guess who do we have to blame for that? Who has been picking the players to be bought? Who has been managing them? Who has been supporting them? Isaac, I support you when it comes to Unai and Arteta on progress. They have taken their teams to. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. At least we agree something with Paul.
Yeah,
We agree
but the
on
light
something.
could be red
We agree on something.
because
It could be
the
red.
light could be red at the end of the tunnel because I mean the guy has spent 6 seasons at the club without a trophy.
Ah!
So he hits a red light every time he reaches the end of the tunnel.
Nick says if a big club want to seek a manager, they look how good they finish in the league. They surely take the second finished team manager better than the eighth manager. Thank you, Nick.
Not
Thank
if
you
the
very
eighth
much, Josh.
manager, not if the
Thank you.
eighth manager has won a trophy.
Uh, uh,
Yeah,
like
I mean,
like how it happened.
there was a time Liverpool won about five trophies, including I think two in Europe. But they were eighth in the league or sixth in the league at the time. But I mean, the manager at the club was he did commendable work, and for me, that I would take any day.
Madia says it's okay. I'm used to Josh. He's always like that on Twitter. I think
No, I
you're
love
attacking
Ateta.
Ateta.
Actually, I wish United can hire Ateta. Maybe he can find the he can find what it takes to win a trophy if he's a United manager.
What did he say when Nick said Pep to United? If wishes were what? Well, I say the same to you. It
No,
wasn't
but
a good decision for the board to
Even
sack
Pep can
Eric Ten
come to
Hag.
Man United. I just don't know why you think that it's impossible because the people who are in charge of these processes, they should be able to convince whichever manager they want. I mean, you get the best in class, so you fight your way to have the best in class. You're not going to find them eighth in the league anywhere to get them. You're going to find them at the top of their game. So I mean, even Ateta can leave Arsenal for United if the right things are put in place for him. So
GK
can
says
Pep
hi,
Guardiola.
fam. Hi, GK. Hi, GK. What's up, brother? What's up? What's up? What's up, GK? David Matov says United is a bunch of mediocre players lacking self motivation. It's only Jesus Christ who can squeeze results out of them. Well, now that Eric Ten Hag is gone, I guarantee you, David, we are going to be doing a lot much better. Forget about what Josh is saying.
I was telling
Uh,
you earlier that it's so unfortunate for me that you're going to see what I've been telling you since the season has started later on in the season, and you're going to say it's because Eric Ten Hag was fired. But the
no,
process
no,
was
no, no.
started way longer than you will see those results because we would have turned the corner. I am convinced we would have finished fourth.
What you're very convinced Man
Very
United under Ten
convinced.
Hag would have
Yes, only 7 points
Taj.
away.
No, Taj is going to be trolling. If I ask him, he will even say we would have lifted the trophy. And I don't know whether Nick or Madia is watching or even Paul, but I don't think that is true. I don't think that is true. Uh, then we see Taj says, facts, Josh, we won 5 trophies that year, but finished eighth. You're saying if United, I mean, finishing eighth and we still win trophies. No, Taj, that is different. I mean, not very, but that is Klopp. Klopp was a genius and he's still one. But, bro, under Eric Ten Hag, things have been looking so awful. Very, very awful. They've been looking so bad. Uh, very, very bad. So, I mean, I'm happy I myself that he's left. Josh, that is Josh. Sorry,
Yeah,
that is Taj.
you
That is
see.
Taj backing you. That is Taj
Yeah,
backing you.
Taji, you remind me of the manager you had at the time.
That was maybe I think that was Rafa. Oh yeah, that was Rafa. By the way, he says it also.
Yeah,
Rafa
it
was at
was
the helm
Rafa,
there.
but now imagine Wouldn't you take that any day?
Sorry. Earlier I said Klopp. Yeah, that was Rafa. Yeah.
That is an answer to Nick Fadley. I mean, I would take that manager who won 5 trophies, including trophies in Europe, even if he finished eighth, ahead of Mikel Arteta, who finished second.
Well, he say Fadley says, "I'm surprised how weird United fans are thinking." That is true. Yeah, Taji, I corrected that. Sorry, my bad. I corrected that. Once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Sports Jazz. Man United sack ERIK Ten Hag. Josh is mourning. He's not happy. He's saying we should have kept the manager. I myself, I think enough is enough. He's done what he's done. He's won us 2 trophies. I mean, as someone earlier said in the comment section, he took us to the Champions League. I think that was Madia in his first season. Was it first season, Josh?
Yeah. He
Yeah,
was third.
where we
I didn't
finished
want to.
second, right? Third. No, we
We,
finished third.
yeah,
Yeah,
we finished
we
third.
finished third.
But you should know the circumstances under which operated under in that season.
Walk me through them, Josh. Walk me through the circumstances that ERIK Ten Hag operated under that.
You see,
I mean,
Eric Ten Hag came and inherited a team from was it Olgana Solskjaer? Oh, Ragnik. And Ragnik had told you that we needed open heart surgery and all that kind of stuff. So he comes in,
correct.
and these players who are indisciplined. These players like Cristiano Ronaldo who think they are bigger than the club, they're bigger than the manager. They don't want to do the things that are supposed to be done to improve the culture at the club. There are players like Alejandro Garnacho, even as early on as preseason, who are missing training sessions, who are arriving late. There's the situation of Sheikh Jassim and Sir Jim Ratcliffe on who will buy the club. So there's about a certain amount of uncertainty on who will be in charge who will be the owner of the
Do
club.
you
I
know
mean,
who's laughing? Do you know
there's
who's
work.
laughing right now at Ten Hag? Do you know who's laughing right now at Ten Hag? It's Cristiano Ronaldo because he
He's
called
an
it.
idiot. He's an idiot. As in, for me, I wouldn't take an indisciplined player any day. I mean, if you're indisciplined, if you cannot do the things that the manager wants you to do, then I don't see a reason for you to be at the club. So I mean, okay, he got so angry at the club he loves so much, but he could not
No, he
even
got angry.
whisper.
He got, not at the
Hey,
club, Josh. He got angry at the manager. Okay, I'm
first listen.
listening.
Let me finish.
Okay, okay,
He got so angry, yeah, at the club he loves so much. Okay,
correct.
he
Yeah.
could not even whisper to Sir Alex Ferguson, his father figure at the club, about his discontent, but he would go for a talk show with Piers Morgan.
Josh,
As
I
in
don't know how you managed to
how
walk
do you
into
tell
that.
me? How do you tell me that the
But
manager was wrong? As in the manager doesn't
maybe
respect
one of the
the
reasons as to
player, the
why
money.
one
As
of
in
the
what's that
reasons,
bullshit?
Josh, one of the reasons as to why he went for Piers Morgan's interviews because this side behind the
Piers
scenes it
Morgan
was
needed
ugly.
views.
Hold on. Behind the scenes it was ugly. Eric Ten Hag before the media was saying everything is okay. Cristiano Ronaldo is just injured. Cristiano Ronaldo is going this. He's going to play. We are very good. So he felt it was a bit of hypocrisy for the manager coming out before the media portraying a very different picture compared to what's behind.
Yeah, so Piers Morgan was the best person to correct that situation.
Well, well. Guess what's been vindicted now? Sorry,
What do you
vindicated.
mean? Sacking a manager is okay. Calling you out for your indiscipline, okay, is not the same thing
Whatever he
as
mentioned in that
vindication,
interview turns out to
because
be true, Josh.
how
Whatever he
is it
mentioned,
true?
you just don't want to. Let me check with Taj because I know you, Josh. We are going to come back. Taj says I never rated Ten Hag. He was too cocky. I saw his first interview where he said errors were made to change or come to an end, disrespecting Pop and Club in the league. Taj, you were off when we started the stream. I said that. I said that, and guess what was in Ten Hag's corner? Josh, backing him, protecting him. I mentioned the same thing. The same thing that you just said. That is what I said. But Josh being Josh, he said otherwise. He said otherwise. Then he
But
says
it's
he
not
gonna
a
learn
bad
today.
thing to speak your mind.
You guys got
It's
the
not a
wrong
bad thing
bold
to
man.
speak your mind. So if
We
Eric
got
Ten
the
Hag,
wrong bold Dutchman, Josh. We got the wrong bold Dutchman.
not at all.
Well, Oscar says project is a terrible, overused word at United. It's a term that that they can hide behind and allow standards to be so low. I want a manager who wants results now. Transition is different to project. Very good. Thank you, Oscar. Couldn't have said it better. Thank you, Oscar. Josh is reading. Is reading that. Josh, I hope you
I'm
got
all
that.
for that. I'm all for that because I want Man United to be great again. So I mean, bring in your Graham Potters, your Southgates. We are good.
Now you're being sarcastic. Why would we go in for yo Zia?
No, those
Tell
are
me
the
apart from
managers. You're Thomas Frank, okay. You're Xavi Hernandez. Bring them on. Bring whoever you
by the way,
want.
I don't like
I
I'm
thought
not so happy with listen, Josh, you've not yet let me finish. Let me come to it. The scaling was silent and expected the appointment to be the same too. Or rather, the sacking was silent. I think that's what it meant. Yeah, the sacking very, very silent. We didn't see this coming. You know what, Ziad? Let's switch to this
Oh
topic
my
right now.
God. Oh
Let,
my God.
let's look at the potential managers for the Man United job. Ziad in the comments section earlier said, and he said again, Frank Thomas, and maybe 'cause currently we have Frank Thomas, we have Omorim, we have Ruud
Thomas
van
Frank, not
Nistelrooy.
Frank Thomas.
Okay, Thomas Frank. We have Omorim, who's Omorim. Then we have Ruud van Nistelrooy, who's currently the interim manager. We have Xavi Hernandez. I don't like him, so I mean I don't rate him so much. We have Graham Potter. I hope he doesn't. But those are all potential candidates. Um, then we have Xabi Alonso at Bayer Leverkusen. Just stop laughing. And then you have the one that I would really, really like to have, Nagelsmann. I
Not
think he would
Unai
be a
Emery.
great. Well, is he available? Do you think Aston Villa is going to let him come? If he was available,
There's
I'd
no
pick him
one
over
who is going. If you're the biggest club in world football, I mean,
the
there's
odds.
no play,
Thomas Frank, no.
there's no manager who is bigger than the football club. I mean,
Currently, Man United just has the name,
make
man.
an
But considering
effort
what has
to
been
get the
happening, they
best
do not
manager
look.
in the world,
No
get the
manager would.
best in
Very few
class.
manager would want to step into that hole. Very few
Then why
managers.
then why sack the one that you have?
Because
So
he's
that you can
the
get
hole is
another
just
mediocre.
deepening. He's digging more. He's digging instead of trying to cement it, trying to stop it from rather going deeper. He's even adding more salt. Uh, then yeah, Ziad is asking what are the odds hiring Thomas Frank? No, yeah, I don't see that happening. Isaac, please go for Big Sam, bro. He's the ideal club for.
At this rate, Isaac would be okay with Big Sam.
Ancelotti will not win Manager of the Year too. The agenda is crazy against Real Madrid. Why? Because after
El
the El
Clasico.
Clasico,
No,
the thrashing Tony.
Barcelona and UEFA coined the UEFA Lona, and
Josh,
somehow
no.
they always get things their way. I mean, Barcelona for large parts of a decade, I stopped enjoying the football that they played, not because they were not a very good side, but so many times they would get assisted when they don't need any assistance because they were very brilliant team. So things like that for me always
Josh,
pushed me away from the club. But Hansi
Josh, let's.
Flick is playing a beautiful football at Barcelona.
Oh, he's doing a very fantastic job. He's doing a fun. Josh, let's look at the potential managers. I mean, I'm going to give you a few names in just a minute or two. Please tell me what you think. Once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Josh and Isaac's post. Just do subscribe. Everyone in the comment section, shout outs to you, Taj. Uh, I see Andrew also just joined. Ziad, Madia, Nick, as always, Nelson earlier on. Uh, I see Andrew saying sucking him while the the clue stands on. I'm moving the Sancho obligation. I'm loving the Sancho obligation. Shut up. Oh, Sancho is also laughing. Oh my god. Sancho is also, but I don't miss Sancho. I don't it was the right call for him. He gave Ten Hag gave everything Sancho. Time off, what so he can laugh all he wants. Bless you, bro. Bless you, Taj. So yeah, Josh, let's talk about Omorim. I mean, not that
Amorim.
very many people. Amorim, sorry.
Amorim is a decent manager. He's won. Well, he's one that you would love. He does the things that you love, but for me, I think he's a small manager for a club as big as Manchester United. I mean,
Well, he's
maybe with
39 years
Ineos,
old. He still
maybe
has
with
fresh
Ineos,
ideas.
maybe with Ineos available at the club,
Yeah,
they will create a conducive environment that maybe Eric Ten Hag was going to benefit from. So maybe then they bring in a manager like Amorim who needs only to do the things on the pitch. So they do so much for him to flourish. Other than that, I don't see how a manager like Amorim. Don't get me wrong, he's a very brilliant guy, but
he's doing well at Sporting Lisbon.
United has a way of swallowing up the best of managers. Eric Ten Hag just ended his career by joining United.
No, 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 Josh, stop that. That is not fair. Come on, man, stop.
But that's what happened as soon as his stock was so high before he
He
joined Man United, and
he
to
joined because
date
he
he
thought he
leads.
could make. He
Today,
joined because
today
he
he
thought he would make
leads,
a
and
difference.
you don't think that he will be managing again soon. But I can leave you with this. Eric Ten Hag said that after winning the FA Cup, that if they don't want me, I will go somewhere else and win, because that's what I
Well,
do.
guess what? Well, guess what? It looks like his prayer or his request has come through, Josh. And
No,
Josh, let's look at
it
Edin
is
Tazik.
very disrespectful people like Alan Shearer and the other guy. After the game, they just started asking him questions. You're going to be sacked and stuff like that. Very hopeless guys.
Josh, Edin Tazik, German Croatian professional football manager and also former player.
He has done a tremendous work at Dortmund. I mean, he's brought in young stars. He has worked very well with young stars. There's a new English boy that he plays now, Gittens. He's very
Mm.
decent. He's a very good manager. But for me, I still think such managers will be swallowed because you're not ready to give them the time that they will need. Even Amorim, if you sign Amorim and you give him 3 years and you leave him to work for 3 years, that would be good. But as soon as things are not going well, I mean, you're going to call him to be sacked.
Well, Greg says Ronaldo told you guys years ago he was clueless, and yeah, but no one listened. I think I just said that. I told him if there's any player right now that has had his hands washed, that is Cristiano Ronaldo right now, and I agree with Josh. Uh, Taj says I don't think you guys undershot big, or rather understand. Sir, I don't think you guys understand how big your club is. A no-name manager won't work. The big coaches won't accept the sulkiness in the club. That is true. Very few managers right now can take on the job at Man United. It's very sad, by the way. Ziad says, "You think they've lined up someone?" Oh yes, I do believe
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
they were in
I
Spain.
do believe they've lined up someone.
This came out yesterday. Was it yesterday? And Josh rubbished it. He said no.
I don't.
But guess
I
what?
don't read.
Even
I
earlier
don't.
today, we saw
Unfortunately,
Zabi Hernandez and
unfortunately,
his family posting something with their kid wearing the Man United shirt. Maybe that is
yeah,
a signal.
but
He's trying to send
unfortunately
signals.
for me as a person, I'm not one who reads the a lot of the English media. So, especially when it's matters of United and Eric Ten
Okay,
Hag and what I just don't indulge in um, their
Josh,
nonsense.
let's look at Ruud van Nistelrooy, interim, or should he be given the helm?
He's the best guy to be given the job full time because he has at least one or two things that he knows about the club. He can command. He's a very
Anyway,
he
character-wise,
has he
he's
has
not
a
egoistic.
he carries a
He's not
very
too
good
cocky.
attitude with him. He's a very
Yeah,
tough
and
guy.
players like him. Players like
Yeah,
him.
players like him, but he's a very tough guy. I don't know about players liking him because if you're a footballer and for you to perform,
He's a
you have to
friend.
like a manager. You're shit. you shouldn't be at the club. As in, you don't
What I
have to
meant
like the
was
manager.
they are
You don't have
flexible.
to
It
like
looks
the
like they are
manager. You just
flexible.
have
He's
to be that
approachable.
guy.
He's approachable, Josh.
I mean, you're a footballer. You're doing your job. You cannot tell
We've
me that I cannot approach my boss at my workplace, whether it's approachable or not. If I need something from him, I get it.
Andrew says, go get Eddie Howe. Also, Adieri, a Newcastle fan, also comes and say, "Hi, Josh and Isaac. How are you? Go get Eddie Howe for Man United." Eddie, you give up.
Yeah, maybe he would be a good one.
He
Maybe a
goes on
good.
to
He would
say,
be a good
Ten Hag
one. The English media
sacked,
will love him. They will.
and
They will
Ineos should be
always
appointed
say.
as the manager.
They will always say that he needs time. You know, they will say all the good things about him.
Okay, Josh and Xavi Hernandez, former
I
Barcelona
loved. I
coach.
loved him as a footballer. I don't know about him too much as a coach.
That was very fast, Josh. Arteta,
Yeah, Ateta, my guy. Oh,
how
that's
sarcastic
the
can you
guy I
be, Josh?
want.
Arteta,
That's the guy I want at United. That's the guy I
look,
want. I mean,
stop being
get.
sarcastic. We all know you
I
don't
am.
you don't
I
like
am.
him. We come on, Josh. Seriously,
No, that's the
Arteta.
guy I want at
You've been
United.
telling me you wouldn't want him. How can you compare a manager who takes 6 seasons without winning anything? So
Yes,
Arteta, you would want him at United.
yes, because he has matured as a manager in those 6 seasons at Arsenal. Then he's going to finish the job. So he comes in his seventh season as a professional manager, and he wins with United. I
Okay.
would love Ateta at United. I would love Ateta at United. I just know that even when you see the way that he's playing football this season, he plays football in a manner that maybe is a title contender and he wants to win this thing. He's no longer playing for the sake of it to finish second.
And Nagelsmann
Yeah, that's another interesting guy. I would love that guy too. Now,
is my
Julian
candidate.
Nagels,
Is my pick.
yeah, he's my ideal candidate. Ateta and Nagelsmann and Pep Guardiola.
Uh,
I
come on,
mean,
man.
we Man United under Ineos brought in the
Don't
best in class in the
don't
positions that they
don't say
did.
it, Josh.
Okay, they brought in a CEO from Man City. They brought in Dan Ashworth from Newcastle. They brought in Jason Wilcox from Southampton. They brought in a director of recruitment, Christian Vivel. You know, they brought in a very
So
interesting
in other words, you're
character.
saying anything is possible. That's why you have
Yes,
Arteta
that's
and
what I'm
Pep
saying.
and
That
Pep on the list.
exactly with the structure that they do have. If that's the best guy for the job, go and the guy says no, but go and get the best guy.
Zabi hasn't been spoken to according to Gillian Barnes. Well,
Gilam.
I saw, was it Alex Crook of Talksport saying otherwise?
That guy, you
Just
listen.
wait.
How do you listen to that guy? No sense, utter rubbish. As long as it is Ten Hag, he's on the team. Probably called
No,
Michael Oliver himself.
no, Josh, it's not fair. Okay, Graham Potter.
No,
Let's
no,
look at
but honestly,
the side ones.
honestly,
Graham
he
Potter.
is that guy. He is that guy. He has a lot of rubbish to say about ERIK ten Hag, and I mean, he's the same guy who is going to tell you when an English manager is hired that the guy needs he needs time. But
Well,
this one doesn't need time. Just 10 games is enough.
Graham Potter. I was talking Graham Potter.
No comment.
What do you mean? No comment.
He doesn't deserve a comment.
Who else? Which other manager? They talked about Southgate.
Southgate. By the way, Southgate can revive Man United.
No.
He can.
No, no,
He
Josh,
can.
don't. No,
He can. He's a
That one I
pragmatic
refuse.
guy. He's a
No.
pragmatic guy and he's going to get you winning.
But anyway,
Southgate
yeah.
wouldn't be a
From
bad
what I'm
idea.
reading, Man United recently inquired about Ruben Amorim, but they were informed that he isn't planning He isn't planning to leave Sporting Sporting
Lisbon.
Sporting CP or Lisbon this
Lisbon.
winter. He can leave in the summer due to his release clause. And by the way, speaking about release, Ten Hag is going to be paid 17 million. That is one of the things that's why he wasn't fired earlier on at the beginning of the season. But now there's nothing they can do. United have to pay him 17 million pounds. That is a lot of money.
It's so sad. We don't want your
Very,
money.
very sad. Amorim is a good one, but he's still young. Oh, Josh, what's the name of who is it? Hustler, the Brighton manager, the current Brighton manager.
Yeah, Fabian Hustler.
Yeah.
Yeah. You what?
Well,
You oh my god, you guy. You must be
Josh, I'm giving you
crazy though.
options. I'm giving you options.
No, no, no,
You talk
stop,
about
stop,
Southgate. I'm giving
stop
you
with it. I
options.
gave you my options. Mikel Arteta, Pep
Okay, Josh,
Guardiola,
but give realistic
and
ones,
Julian
realistic ones,
Nagelsmann.
realistic ones, realistic ones. Leave
Ruud
Guardiola
van
out of it
Nistelrooy.
because, as you
Ruud van
say,
Nistelrooy. Ruud van Nistelrooy.
me realistic ones, the easy ones, I would say Nagelsmann.
The easy ones, not realistic ones, because at Man
Okay, the easy
United,
ones.
if you're fired Eric Ten Hag because he's underperforming, you shouldn't get a mediocre. You should go and get the best manager that you can get, because you have showed that you don't have the time to wait. So go and get the best that you can get to get you back quickly to where you want to be. So for me, I think that all managers on the list should be realistic.
Well, the statement
We've not seen
was
their
that
list. We've not seen their list, but maybe yeah, like you said, the easy ones that Amorim and Nagelsmann, because he's at Germany.
there's
You
also
know,
Zabi Alonso. There's
I don't know
Alonso,
about
Josh.
Chabi's contract situation, but I don't think that a manager like Chabi, it would be
It will be like
it
drinking
would be
poison,
denting your
stepping into
career. It would be denting your career to
mm,
get away from
stepping into wet sun.
a job that you have made your own. You know, at
History.
Bayer
He's made history
Leverkusen.
at Bayer Leverkusen.
You know,
Yeah.
he's just starting out his career for a club like Man United, because I told you the beast that Man United is, it will swallow you up.
Well, the statement that was put up earlier by Man United on the through their social media pages or accounts was Eric Ten Hag has left his role as Manchester United men's first team manager. Eric was appointed in April 2022 and led the club to two domestic trophies, winning the Carabao in 2023 and the FA Cup in 2024. Well, no one can forget that he's been singing it. We are grateful to Eric for everything he has done during his time with us and wish him well for the future. Ruud van Nistelrooy will take charge of the team as interim head coach, supported by the current coaching team. West permanent coach or head coach is recruited. That is it, guys. Eric Ten Hag. I saw some of the pictures today. He usually sits at the front page, rather at the front when he's coming into Carrington. But I was told he was behind, the head bowed down, very sad. They caught him off guard. I think he didn't think. He came into the session today, walked into Carrington, expecting to begin off his sessions as he always. As the norm, like how it's supposed to be done, or how they've been doing it over the other past few days. But he was called into a meeting by Omar Berad and Dan Ashworth, and they broke the news to him, telling him he's been fired. He's no longer the manager, and that was very sad. Very, very, very sad. Yo, Josh, once again, thank you so much for tuning in. Josh and Isaac, we are still streaming. Josh, real quick, in 3 minutes, let's look at the defeat to West Ham yesterday. I believe this is one of the reasons that's why the manager has been sacked.
Yeah,
Losing at the London Stadium 2-1,
Michael
and
Oliver.
he'll never forget he'll never forget Michael Oliver. I don't know why people rate him so high, because I read somewhere that he's one of the
That
best
idiot had
English.
no, as
Yeah,
in he had,
he's one
why
of the
was it?
best English referees.
How is he
But
the
I
best?
saw
How is he the
former
best?
referees, players, pundits, everyone bashing him yesterday. and I saw a stupid statement being put out that it's because there was a bit of body contact or something like that. Was very poor. That was very poor. If we have VAR and they cannot sort out such things, that even a manager is sacked, because I'm telling you, if Ten
No,
Hag had won this
bro,
game, he was
bro,
saying he wasn't going to get sacked. But
bro.
yo,
Let me tell you
I mean,
some.
this guy's that he's been sacked.
Bro, let
Yeah,
me tell you some. The
sure.
VAR only comes into play during a game if there has been a clear and obvious error.
Yeah.
Okay? Was there any clear and obvious error in there?
Well, well, he even went to the monitor. So I don't know what he was trying to. He even went to the monitor just to look and see what was happening.
You see, the moment they send them to the monitor, I don't know why they do not think with their
I think it's.
own minds. They're sorry, with
Mm,
their own heads, because he kept looking for what was not there. He looked for what was not there until he found it. Nothing.
nothing.
But he remembered that maybe Michael Oliver was sponsored, so they have to get their way. The decision was made, and their conglomerate has to go back and break bread that Ten Hag was sacked.
Well, and I mean, I don't like. Just let's look at real quick the penalty decision, because I think that penalty affected the whole entire mood on the pitch, especially for Man United players.
United would have come back
I
in
have a
that game.
feeling they would. Yeah, I
United
also have a,
created
because they
so many
picked up.
chances in the first half to win two games. You know,
Yeah,
I mean,
Fernandez would have had five. I think it's you who told me yesterday. Fernandez would have had around 5 or 4 assists in the first half.
just no, actually, in the first 12 minutes, we would have been 4
Mm.
nil up, 3-4 nil up in the first 12 minutes. At least we would have had a goal in the first 12 minutes, but we didn't, and that
And
is where we are. But for
but
me, I liked the way the team was playing. I knew, I always have this conviction that it's going to turn around. I do believe it's going to turn around because I see that we get ourselves in positions to win football matches. We are just
okay.
unfortunate in the moment that we are not winning the football matches. So for me, with Ten Hag or without Ten Hag, whatever that will happen, that progresses the team going forward. It is the work that he's prepared out the team to play this season. I just hope that we don't get managers who think that this player is not good enough. This player is not. This is. I don't want this guy. I want the other guy. Because then, Isaac, we shall be here,
But
and I will be the
what do you
Isaac of
think?
the time. You
Okay,
might
just
just
let
be
me
the
ask you
Josh
something.
of the time.
What do, what do you think Ruud van Nistelrooy has to do that Ten Hag has not been doing to improve the team, especially when it comes to converting chances? Because as we've been seeing this, 22 chances created this season, and 22, rather 26 chances created, and 22 chances missed. What do you think Ruud van Nistelrooy has to do to change all these, especially the striker?
Honestly, if you're asking me to talk about Ruud van Nistelrooy at Man United before I've seen a football match that he has managed, I am going to tell you that he just has to get involved in the training sessions, and he also plays as one of the players
Mm.
because I don't see how best he can. These players just have to. Self motivate, and they do things differently. But I do believe that most of the players in that dressing room will be very sad that Eric Ten Hag has left. I know they
Yet
will
there is
put
rumor
his
that some players are very happy.
team.
Rumor is some players are very, very happy.
Alex Crook gave you that
No,
rubbish.
no.
Well, first leave those idiots. They always spew a lot of rubbish. He must be the one feeding you with that shit. I mean, there's with United, there's always that jazz. With United, there's always that jazz of this one has died in the dressing room and stuff like that. And then
Jerry
guess
says,
what?
Isaac.
Michael Oliver is still a referee.
By the way, that is a joke. That is a
How is
joke.
he still
That
a
is a
referee?
joke. That is a joke. At least he should have been suspended for, I mean, maybe 2 games,
A game?
because his
No, he should
decision
lose his
yesterday
job. He should
has
lose his
changed.
job.
His decision has got the manager fired. His decision had Man United lose points. His decision had Man United drop to the 14th position. I mean, a lot of things have happened because of Mike Oliver.
First, leave the
So
manager. Let's leave even the manager out. United lost points this season. The ones you can say are obvious: Tottenham Hotspurs and West Ham United.
Liverpool,
Okay,
Liverpool,
and West Ham
obvious.
United
Okay.
yesterday.
Mm,
Obvious.
yeah,
Okay, the red card that was rescinded, and that bullshit penalty that was awarded yesterday. Okay, those are 6 points. You add 6 points to the points that United has. Where is
there will
United?
be 17th.
How? Yeah, there will be 17 points. Actually,
No,
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 you
sorry,
take.
sorry. I'm saying they would have 17 points, and they would be
And guess
behind
what?
Aston
And
Villa. I
guess
think
what?
they'll be
Aston
in the
Villa
fifth
has.
position. They'll be in the fifth
Exactly. And
position
guess what Arsenal
behind
has?
Aston Villa.
And guess what
Eight,
Arsenal has?
Aston has
18.
18 points, because if they had won
Yes,
yesterday,
one
they were
point
going to get
away
21 points.
from the best manager in 6 years in the league, Mikel Arteta. As in, how is that possible?
You see how you shoot yourself in the foot?
No, I am
Yeah, a
just
few minutes ago.
no,
You
I
get,
am just putting it out there that had we been given a chance in those games.
mm. Anyway, we see. Thank
Oh
you so
my
much once
God.
again. Nelson says, "Do you? Yeah, it's true. Do you guys hear that Eric Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was asked if he could return to Man United? Do not be surprised. Yeah, I've read that
That
somewhere.
was a
I saw
vibes guy.
him. He,
Vibes and inshallah.
who?
But Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. As in, you
Ole
cannot
Gunnar-
kick and hope. In every game, he kicked and hoped
Hi,
that
Isaac and
United would
Josh.
win.
How are you? VAR referees Mike Oliver should be fired. Get a new VAR referee. Go monitor for the handball and penalty for Newcastle. Wait, was he the same guy also behind that? But he's been behind
No.
a lot of controversial decisions, by the way, made on the pitch, and even VAR also. Let me see if he says the same thing here. Should get fired. Yeah,
The
it's the
guy
same
is so
thing. Also,
poor. I mean,
he's very.
believe you me, in a primary school, okay, if say two classes were playing against each other, and
Yeah,
one of the kids was the referee, he would never have given a penalty for that. But remember, this guy, he had video to assist him. Video. He has video to assist him, and he came up with that conclusion. And he's still a referee.
with the video, even with everything there right in his
They
face
are
to
right in his
see and
face.
see.
And then the other fool on the in the middle of the pitch also went to the monitor and looked for what was not there.
And even after seeing,
He looked
he
and
got
looked and
convinced.
looked.
Listen, even after
He
looking,
was
he got
convincing
convinced
himself.
by the decision behind. Oh my God! I think sometimes they just don't want to lay themselves down. Nelson says Southgate, Unai, Nagelsmann, and Van Nistelrooy. My pick is right now. I'd pick. Oh, by the way, Nagelsmann, and I'd pick Unai of all these. First choice, Nagelsmann. Second choice, Nestroy. Third, and Southgate. Never. I don't know. Good thing. Top. I don't like to even think about Southgate, man. No disrespect.
Well, me, what I can say about a manager that is coming in at Man United, he just has
Yeah.
to have the balls to do it. I liked Eric Ten Hag a lot because he had the balls to do it. I like that he spoke the way he spoke to the English media because they always arm twisted him, but he gave it to them very raw and brutally honest. And right now,
Whoa.
the Alex Crooks of this world can tell you that they won. They've managed to get him out of the door.
Well, let's wish Ten Hag the best, and hope. I mean, he gets a team, and he keeps winning. It's sad. I didn't want him gone, but he wasn't producing results. And again, I was. I mean, I'm happy that he's gone. I hope the team
Thank you well,
performs.
Eric Ten Hag. Thank you
Shout
well,
outs to
once
you, Ten Hag.
again.
Thank you for everything you've done. 2 trophies, Carabao and FA. But I mean, we need to move on. We need to progress, and
Southgate is
You
the
have
right guy for the job.
no, no Southgate.
Believe
Thank you,
you
everyone
me,
that has been streaming.
I will even
Sports Jazz.
I will even be behind Thomas Frank, because
Josh.
yeah, what is important is for Man United to win, because at this
By
point,
the way, Sir Jim Ratcliffe he's been quoted saying that he's been a joke.
Sir Jim Ratcliffe is a joke.
No, quoting. In other words, he was quoted saying Ten Hag has been a joke
Yeah,
after the
Alex Crook
dismissal.
wrote that
No,
for
no,
Talk
no. That is
Sport.
not Alex Crook. No, that is not Alex Crook. That is not.
Anyhow, my point though is, if Sir Jim Ratcliffe thinks that Eric Ten Hag is a joke, then what does that make him? Because he just threw away 17 million just like that in 10 days. Sorry, in 10 weeks, because he went and gave this guy a new contract to convince him to stay.
By the way, I don't know. I think they
Yeah,
couldn't
so
just wait.
maybe also Eric Ten Hag said, because of what you did, you have to give me another season. You have to trigger
Br- Uh, you have to trigger what?
to trigger the extension in his contract
Yeah,
for
Bruno
just
on
job
Instagram.
security for himself.
Sorry, Josh. Bruno on Instagram says, "Thanks for everything, boss. I appreciate the trust and moments we share together. I wish you all the best. Even knowing the last period hasn't been great from all of us, I hope the fans can keep you with the good things Eric has done for our club." By the way, I like the fact that he says, even knowing the last period hasn't been great from all of us, he does not
Yeah.
exclude himself. That is very good. I saw earlier also Rasmus Holland also wishing him all the best. Uh, yeah, I saw him wishing him the best. I thought, oh my God, I saw something about Hans Flick. Fabrizio had tweeted, but it's Hans Flick has been voted or named La Liga Manager of the Month of October. Yo, I thought otherwise. The, yo, the Ballon d'Or is tonight, right?
Yeah, but that's
I have a
useless.
feeling Rodri,
That's
yeah, of
very
course, Rodri
useless.
is going to win it.
Why would Rodri win it? Oh yeah, but I understand UEFA Lona. I mean,
Listen,
there's a way they can favor the Spanish guy.
because news coming out now is Madrid are convinced, Madrid, Vini, and his whole entire entourage are convinced that Vini will not win the Ballon d'Or. And again, it comes out to say breaking: Vini will not travel to Paris, as Real Madrid know he will not win the Ballon d'Or. No one for Real Madrid will
They
attend the
never ever
ceremony.
wanted Vinny Jr. because it's
No
not
Florentino
marketable.
Perez, no Vini, no Ancelotti, no Jude Bellingham. Oh my God, that is very bad. By
Yeah,
the
but the
Ballon d'Or
Ballon
are
d'Or is rubbish. Who
deteriorating.
still watches? Who still watches the Ballon d'Or?
The Ballon d'Or are
I think it
deteriorating,
lost
man.
meaning. It lost meaning in 2010. That infamous Ballon d'Or that I keep telling you about, the one they awarded to Messi for scoring 2 goals in a World Cup.
Yo, let me show you something on Twitter. Oh my God, I don't know how true this is, but if it's true, something is wrong with the Ballon d'Or because
It has been for so many years.
it has leaked. I don't know how true this is. I see a comment somewhere in the section. I see Nick says the vote comes from the head of journalists from every country. Yeah, Nick. I know,
You
but
be Nick, you believe that? You still believe that? There's a guy who came out recently, a captain of a national team, who said that his votes were given to Messi and Ronaldo over the years.
oh,
He
yeah,
never
I remember
voted
that.
those guys.
I remember that. I remember that, Josh, very, very well. There's a list here, Josh. Yeah, it's here. I don't know how true this is, but if this is true, this is very, very sad. Let me put it up right now. There you go, Josh. Josh, you see it? It's been leaked. How does it get? I mean, how all this information to come out before the whole ceremony, before the word has been given? Josh, do you see it?
Yeah, but I don't know how true that is, because it could also be the work of Real Madrid when they are trying to show that this thing is not legit. But it has never been
Uh,
legit for me. the Balon d'Or never wanted to give that award to Vinicius Junior because he's not marketable. They've never liked him in Spain. They do not like
He's not
what he
marketable.
stands
Is
for.
Rodri marketable? I don't think Rodri is marketable
Neither
either.
is Rodri, but you know why Rodri takes it over Vinicius Junior.
Because of the Euros, yeah.
You think? Yeah.
What? Tell me. Nick says it's not true. They can summon them. If it's not, he says if it's. I checked it years before. The name of the voters and the votes. He's responding to this when he said votes come from head of journalists from every country.
Oh, first get back. What did you check? Oh, that guy was saying it's the captain. It's not true.
Oh man, this is awful. This is but the Ballon d'Or is degraded. You remember when they gave it to Lionel Messi? Yet it was supposed to go for. It was supposed to go to what's this name? Lewandowski. Do you remember that, Josh?
Yeah, and so many other people, Wesley Schneider, Diego Forlan, so many other people ought to have gotten it, but yeah, Lionel Messi was there. I don't know why they felt the need to help such a ability because the boy doesn't need any assistance.
Anyway, thank you so much, everyone that has been streaming with us. It's been a pleasure. Thank you. Hope everyone, hope every new person, rather subscribed, turn on the notifications. Nick, brother, so happy to always have you, man, in the comment section. Uh, Nelson, so happy to have you. Taji, always have you. Come back and troll Josh. Ziad, the happiest man right now because Ten Hag
No,
has been sacked.
Ziad had seen the
Madia,
light.
he's happy. Rather, she's also happy, although she says she's sad. Adieri also was in the comment section. David was there. GK was there. Paul was there. Who else was there? Scott was there. Yeah, Anne was also in the comment section. Thank you so much. Well, Nick is still saying you don't blame you don't blame the Ballon d'Or. You should
Who is to blame?
you should blame the voters.
Yeah, but then why I blame the
But
Ballon d'Or? Why I
no,
blame the
Nick,
Ballon d'Or?
maybe
Nick,
why I agree with Josh is if you know you're the organizers, okay, yes, it's
yes.
Ballon d'Or. Why would you have someone? Why would you have people do things that are going to tarnish your brand? Because the Ballon d'Or they gave to Lionel Messi, where he even also came out and said he
The
came out and said
criteria.
openly, this I think
They created
Lewandowski should have
another.
won this,
They
and they
created
created
another.
something for Lewandowski out of
Yeah,
shame.
yeah. They created some
The
bullshit.
winner himself came out and said Lewa should have won this.
But
So,
If I were Lewandowski, I wouldn't have taken the bullshit they made up for him.
well, the first mistake he did was to
That's just
attend. But
me, but
anyway,
I wouldn't have taken it. Just thrown
thank
it
you
in
so
the
much
trash
once
can.
again. Sports Jazz, Josh and Isaac, we are signing out. See you later on
Wait.
with
Let
a
me just
stream
clarify with Nick.
Arsenal and
You
Liverpool.
see,
Yeah.
the thing I wanted to ask Nick, yes, it is journalists all over the world, the head of journalism in a country, okay? Maybe sports journalism in a country. But what is the criteria of voting this Ballon d'Or? Uh, don't the journalists just do a percentage, the rest of them, then the footballers have a percentage, okay? Then there is a unique vote from the journalists, maybe from Europe or something like that. That one counts much more than the one around the world. They were just I maybe making it appear that it is for the whole world, so everyone is involved, but actually they make the decision themselves.
Well, Nick says most African journalists voted for him. Voted for who? Messi. Yeah. By the way, where did I read that? I think I've read about that, Josh,
And you're
from
telling
three
me
different.
that you're going to use democracy to pick the best player in a football year, and you award him as the best player in a football year. No wonder Lionel Messi said the best 11 players in the world were guys he played with in Argentina. Or every year
Guys,
he picked his best 11 was that. So how can that be a criteria to pick the best player in the world in a calendar year? You know how football is. You know how we fans get attached to certain players, and we do like certain things about certain players when they're on the pitch. So I mean, if you choose a criteria like
he says
that to determine the
he's,
best
he's just
in
saying,
a
he's just
calendar year,
telling you
it's
how it
just
works.
yeah. Of course, it's telling me how it works. I appreciate it, but I don't see how it makes sense. I
Josh, who
don't
do you
see
think
how
is
it
going to
makes
go
sense.
for Ten Hag now?
Come on, Ziad, man, give me a break. At least a few days, man. Let us get back on our feet.
Yo, man, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Sports Jazz, it's been a pleasure. Ziad, shout outs to you again. Always, man. One love. Nick, David, GK, Adieri, Madia, everyone in the comment section. Anne, there's Taji, there's Nelson, very many people. Nick also says he also doesn't agree with the past winners. Sports Jazz, guys, subscribe, turn on the notifications. See you very soon, maybe in the next 4 hours. We shall be talking about United again, maybe the situation, and maybe we shall also talk about Arsenal and Liverpool. Signing out, Sports Jazz. Peace. Subscribe, guys.